Hey, good morning, everybody. What's cooking? Happy Easter. Hope everybody's had a great morning so far. Easter Bunny just came to our house. Right, Sarah? Hey, Sarah, why don't you go bring me your basket? Oh, they've already cleaned it up. She got a lot of chocolate, though. So did Emily, right? So, anyway, here's the scoop. We're going to talk a little bit about weather. Hope everybody has a great Easter here today, and not your normal Easter we're used to for sure. We're all cooped up inside. We hate it. Hoping to get back to normal real soon. But we got a stormy day ahead. I wanted to talk about that real quick. This is a current look at satellite. See some highs out here. What's up, Kathy? Eric? Kathy, couple Kathys. What's up, Becky? Brian? What's up, South Central Kentucky? What's up, Big Dan? Hey, Kathy. Yep. You too there. Thank you. Um, yeah, tornado in Texas. Whitney, what's cooking, Whitney? Yeah, did you see the hail yesterday? So the big story last night was there was baseball size hail, literally around Del Rio area. I haven't really researched much this morning, but the reports last night was that town was battered pretty bad. You imagine baseball size hail. I put a picture on it last night. It was crazy. But our storm's starting to pull up that warm Gulf energy. This is what everybody was afraid of. We had tornado watches all night. Currently, we have tornado watches up still, but we're going to have a whole slew of them today. You can count on it. Here's the latest one right now, moving into Louisiana and slowly into Arkansas. This is current. This is until noontime, but we're going to get a lot more of these. The Gulf is fueling this pretty heavy. So here's your lightning. Tons of lightning. In fact, I got a lightning map. Check this one out. I'll turn it up. You can hear it. This is all your live lightning ahead of this thing. It's going to be a stormy day, so pay attention. And unfortunately, tomorrow we're looking at the same conditions and overnight. Here's your water vapor loop. So we have a big dip in the jet stream right now currently, and this is fueling all this higher mid-level winds, clashing down, warm air, dry air behind this low pressure developing, and this is your IR satellite predicted map here through tomorrow. But all these storms are going to be firing out through the night into tomorrow, unfortunately, and we're going to have a pretty good chance for tornadoes even tomorrow. So wanted to get that out real quick. Here's your latest SPC map for tomorrow. So we have a lot of fans on the East Coast states here, and this is tomorrow. And what's deceiving about these two maps, you look at today, then you look at tomorrow, but this whole thing shifts obviously through the night. So just because you might be in a little hole here thinking day two, we're actually looking at overnight hours tonight, building into this tomorrow. So stormy day, unfortunately. We're going to have tornado threats throughout the day, today and tomorrow. Looks like it's barely going to get to middle part of Florida. As our low pressure pulls north, it's going to be a deepening 970, 960 millibar low way up here, upper Great Lakes. It's going to be far enough north that southern parts of Florida won't get the severe stuff. So that's good. We got our buddy from UK. What's up, Mark Burgish? Hey, Anthony, thanks. David, Hope, Laura. Everybody's nervous. Yes. Hey, but at least you got time to prepare. So days like today, the National Weather Service talks about it. NOAA Weather Radio. And check this out. All right, so on my site, very, very top here, underneath our big title sponsor here, Sparks, we have a link here, NOAA Weather Radio. Now you click on it, and I have literally all the local National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio. And it's pretty cool. Pretty much every area. You can listen to it on your computer. I like listening to these things. I mean, here's Florida, for example. You can listen to, remember this? Oh, we gotta turn our lightning off first. There we go. Lightning. We don't want to hear lightning. We know lightning's there. Let me go back to Florida. Let's take a listen here to, let's go to Arkansas. Since I got a buddy that lives in Arkansas. Let's go to Little Rock, Arkansas. See if they're playing here this morning. Anyway, these are the buttons. You can tell I haven't had my coffee yet today. Oh, we got to refresh. What the heck? Why are my links working? Well, anyway, you get the idea. I think I got something turned off. Oh, here they are. Okay, here's Arkansas.
This stream is currently inactive.
Oh,
Please
that's not good. Here's another Arkansas.
check later for availability.
Oh, Arkansas hasn't woke up yet. That's not good. A couple of these are down, actually. I've been reading. Of course, Tampa's up. Let's see, Miami.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast.
Miami. So anyway, you get the
Fort
idea.
Lauderdale listening area. High risk current risk.
I'm falling asleep on you. All right, so what else you guys talking about? Hey, Dallas, Georgia. So yeah, so we got 2 days of storms. You can see it really good here on the IR satellite. This stuff's really starting to fire ahead of that dip into jet. So hey, we got a stormy day ahead. What's up, Robert Trask? A couple more notes I wanted to pass on. So we do have YouTube now. Check out. I got a YouTube channel. I'm tweaking it after breakfast with my mom and dad. I'm going to work on it a little bit more, but it's pretty much live 24/7. A lot of people like YouTube because you can watch them on your smart TVs. You can't do that on Facebook. So I do have a Mike's Weather page streaming live with current radar and current tornado watches, alerts. So try to keep it going pretty good. A lot of live weather maps stuff. So that's Mike's Weather page on YouTube. There you go. The current watch you can see right here. You can make it full screen. You can watch it in your bedroom. And I might tweak it a little more specific once we get these supercells developing and maybe do some more closer radars. So there's that. And let's see, anything else we need to talk about before we sign off and eat some breakfast. We got double fronts coming. It's pretty wild setup here. Look at this. This is day after tomorrow. So our front. So we got people in the south asking about rain a lot, but so our front tomorrow is going to barely slide through Florida. In fact, let's look at some long range rain. But the front's actually going to stall out a little bit, and we might get some periods of rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here across the south for sure. In fact, if you look at the 5-day rain map here, you can see the rains. We got some excessive rainfall totals. Here you go. This is your 5-day rain. So our front's actually, this is the first day. In fact, here's your excessive. This is today's rainfall map. High flooding concerns here. Anybody in red, excessive flooding outlook. So we're going to have a large area of rain trains today in the red and yellow areas. In fact, your 24-hour rain map's pretty hefty for 24 hours. We could have 2, 3, 4 inches here across the mountains. Northern Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia here in the mountains of Tennessee, even into Carolina. So that's 24-hour rains today to watch. Not only you got to worry about flooding, you got to worry about tornadoes. There's that. But our front actually is going to stall out. And let's take a look at some models here, what that's going to look like. So let's see if we can get to the high-resolution NAM real quick. Look at the next 90 hours. Get an idea what's cooking. Here we go. Radar. We can look. Let's look at supercell composite real quick. So, all right. So this is your latest NAM. All right. So here's one map. You can kind of get an idea. These are parameters that are set. They're not always set in stone, but you have high risk tornado maps now on these mesoscale models. This is your supercell components. But this shows you through today. So here we are looking about right now. This is current time. This is your supercell chances, which we're seeing on radar. But as we go throughout the day, bam, this is noon, 1 o'clock today. We're seeing some high risk, high chance area. These are supercell potential maps here across Louisiana and Mississippi here, inching into Alabama. So, and this is only going to continue. It's going to pull northward through tonight. So here you go. Here's 7 p.m. tonight going north. Here's overnight hours. So unfortunately, we're looking at midnight right now. Here's about midnight. Midnight, we can be looking at some pretty serious chances for some storms as this thing starts to pull northward. So it's going to be an all-night gig. And then tomorrow, again, there's our superstorms cells for the East Coast. And this is about noon tomorrow. So by tomorrow night, most of this should be cleared out of here. So the biggest threat's going to be overnight and tomorrow morning hours. So kind of what I want to show you there. All right, so what else is cooking real quick? Hey, Don, I don't know what the stars are. I have no idea what the stars are. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Terry. Louisiana, yeah, man, batten down the hatches, Louisiana, Mississippi. Everybody always says we forget about you guys in Mississippi, but I've learned I never forget to say Mississippi. Even if I'm talking about the weather in Maine, I always throw out Mississippi just to make you guys feel good. Hey, there's Bill Hawk, old buddy of mine. What's up, Dale? Hey, Dale, I did get a message. Did you go storm chasing? There you go. Gina, there you go. Didn't go. So, hey, Rochelle, yeah, stimulus checks for generators. Actually, we usually have tax-free storm weeks before hurricane season. I'd probably wait because sometimes retailers have great sales for that kind of stuff. Let me tell you, the best generator to ever buy on the planet is this one right here. Because we used to go camping before we got a motorhome. For 12 years we camped with a pull behind. This guy right here, it should be like $200. Where is it? $293. Yeah, sometimes it's more. I've seen it as low as $250. But let me tell you what, this is free shipping, by the way. Free delivery by Wednesday. Look at this. All right, so this is the badaddest generator on the planet. Okay. It's under $300. It's got a 30 amp RV plug. It's got this is even fresher. I mean, this is newer than I got. This is push start. What? Can't even push start. Not for $300. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't bought one in a long time. But anyway, $300, 4,000 plus watts. It's quiet. That's the key. It's quiet and it runs low. It runs on very little fuel. That's the key. You don't want one of those big suckers that wakes the whole neighborhood up. So this is cool, man. $300 Champion. I would highly recommend Champion generators. Hey Whitney, not as quiet as a Honda, but it's close. It's like 67 decibel. I did my homework on it. It's if you get an inverter. Now, if you really want a super duper quiet generator, an inverter is the best. In fact, Champion makes them too. Honda obviously is the Cadillac of generators. Very quiet. Anytime you get an inverter generator, it's extremely quiet. Now they have some now, $679. Wireless remote start. I mean, look at that badass thing. You can get some crazy 3100. So anyway, I love Champion. Enough of that. All right. Hey, what's up, Brian? Okay, so yeah, let's go back to what's cooking for Florida. We have a lot of people watching in Florida. So the storms obviously are heading eastward and northward into the East Coast the next 2 days. Florida appears to get very little rain tomorrow out of this thing. Here's the best shot Florida's going to get. This front here is going to stop about right here. So here's tomorrow at noon. So again, all your East Coast storm threats more than likely are going to be overnight into the morning hours tomorrow. So if you're watching on the East Coast, this thing's going to be building up through the night, heading your way to the morning hours. Overnight, unfortunately, to the west a little bit, we're going to see overnight storms. But your rain's going to fizzle out. We've seen this a million times. When these low pressures pull way north, what we're seeing with this one, the higher up the low pressure pulls north, here's a good shot from the National Weather Service. But you can see the low pressure bending north up by the Great Lakes, 960 millibar, 970 millibar. They're calling it a cyclone over land. You believe that? A cyclone. But there's that. All right, so here's what happened, though. All right, so no rain tomorrow for Florida, but look what happens. Bam, we get a little bit of moisture, and the front just kind of hangs around a little. We get a secondary front come in. Here's your secondary front coming in. This is Tuesday. So tomorrow, our front starts to pull back up. Secondary front comes in. That's where we're starting to get the chance for wintry weather in the mountains still. And then, bam, these two fronts collide on Wednesday. Isn't there a Kid Rock song, Collide? We could play it. But then I get kicked off of Facebook. This could be one of our bingo words. There we go, yeah. Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. Collide. So we'll just say the two fronts Kid Rock it together. And boom. So there's your Wednesday. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday right here. So the best chance to rain for the peninsula, it's going to be more Wednesday, Thursday, maybe into Friday. And this thing's going to linger around. This is Friday, so we could the front's going to take a while to get on out of here. It's just going to kind of linger for the next week. So anyway, all right. The winds. Let's look at winds real quick. Let's see. What's a good map? I know windy's a good map. Well, we'll go to windy. Everybody likes windy map. We'll look at some winds. We'll look at windy winds, and then we'll get on out of here. So here's let's see. Let's look at some winds. Here's your big winds overnight. This is 4 a.m. This is where the front's going to be. There's our low pressure. Big winds coming in off the Atlantic. 79 mile an hour wind gusts possibly in Atlanta tonight. Look at that. You're going to have a hurricane. Athens, Georgia, 80 mile an hour wind gusts. Holy cow. This is 4 a.m. tonight, man. You know what they say, if you're living in a mobile home, if the trailers are rocking, don't come knocking. Hey, yeah, we can't forget about Tiger King. Whitney, I did. I'm on episode here. I don't know what episode I'm on because I did it again last night. I get so frustrated because my wife watches it. And when you fall asleep with Netflix, it keeps going. So you wake up, and I'm like, I didn't make it to 6. Then I went to 4, and I'm like, oh, I seen that part. Well, then I go to 5, and I'm like, I think I seen that part. And then I fall asleep. Then I do the same thing. It's, you know, if you think this quarantine is like Groundhog Day, it's like me watching Netflix every night. 15 minutes to find out where I was the night before, and the time I get to that 15 minutes, I fall asleep with a full drink in my hand. No, I don't put it in my hand anymore because I used to fall asleep. At least I put it on the table now. But anyway, it's going to be a windy night. Unfortunately, tornado watches through the night, guaranteed. Here's your big winds tomorrow. This is tomorrow, 9 a.m. So you can start to see the blue stuff, the big stuff. South Carolina, man, anything blue is like pushing 50, 60 mile an hour winds. And we're going to have power line outages, no doubt. Look at this little pocket. This doesn't mean it's going to happen, but just for fun, Statesboro, 95. No, that's temperature. Is that wind? There's no freaking way. Well, it's a euro. Euro's a little higher than normal, but I guess it's saying possibly 95. Huh? Come on. No, come on. Double click. Come on. Oh, well. Well, that's what it says. I don't think it's going to happen, though. So it could be night. You can have a 95 mile an hour wind gust in Statesville. Did I say Statesboro? I was thinking Allman Brothers. Statesville, 93. Winston-Salem, 87. Harmony. I mean, that's a little unlikely. Charlotte, but you get the idea. It's going to be windy. Like I said, the Euro's a little over exaggerated a lot, so I shouldn't be showing that. But even the GFS is showing 50, 60 mile an hour winds here. So, all right, so there's that. And then here's your the end of it right here along the Outer Banks. Boom, right here, Kitty Hawk, all you guys. That'll be tomorrow, 2, 3 o'clock. Winds for Florida, maybe Gainesville north. I mean, Tampa, we could get some wind gusts tomorrow. This is noon tomorrow. Nothing crazy, but still windy. You know, the big stuff's pretty much North Florida all the way up. So, but it's gonna be a crazy windy day. I'm telling you what, man. We're gonna have a lot of coastal action along the Atlantic. We're gonna see power outages, no doubt. I mean, look at that, New York 80 again. I like to. Okay, I'm fake weather today because I'm showing the euro, but euro winds sometimes are right, but it defaulted to that. Let's just pretend that. Well, there you go. There's a NAM. NAM's showing pretty much the same thing. So we could potentially have New York, getting 70, 80 mile an hour wind gusts tomorrow. That's 1 p.m. tomorrow, so it's gonna be an interesting day. So there you go. Crazy, huh? Look at that wind. Look at New York. Let's find the peak winds for New York, possibly. There's 69. And it passes. Let's see. Right here. Monday at 10 a.m. We could have 65. 65. So hurricane gusts all on the East Coast. The worst day possible. All right, what's cooking? All right, everything else going. Hey, what's up, Telford? Good to see you, man. Thank you, buddy. You've been a long-time supporter up there in the Gulf area. Maine. Bobby, yeah, you're going to get some wind. There you go. It's coming. See, there's the heart of it way up here. There's our low pressure. But you're going to get them winds whipping up off there tomorrow night, 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow night for sure. Counterclockwise, low pressure. It's almost like a land cane. We can look at this. I mean, look, you're talking 978 millibar predicted on the Euro. 968. I mean, these are 961. These are pressures we look at normally when we're talking about hurricanes. And here's that little bit of energy. You know, we talk about this. This is how you get your first tropical systems of the year. Usually, these fronts leave a little energy behind in the Gulf, and the Gulf is smoking. Panama, Carl, you're gonna be under the storm threat, no doubt. Later today, and maybe overnight for the Panhandle. You definitely might have tornado chances tonight. So, Lisa, no, I did not forget Louis. Louis is we already propped him up in the Easter baskets. Hey Telford, yeah, I'm telling you, this is extreme. You know, tight, scary isobars. You guys know where that came from. But this is an unprecedented low pressure system. The National Weather Service highlighted this as a cyclone. When you read their actual wording for storms, let's see if they talk about cyclone. They called it a cyclone the other day. Strengthening cyclone. But I guess cyclone is low pressure, developing low pressure. But here's the storm threat tomorrow again. So this is not a upper Gulf area threat today. This is all going to be something to watch tomorrow along the East Coast. So there you go, Bob. You definitely are going to be in the midst of this thing. I mean, supercells popping up, the winds, the winds and the rain, straight line winds. If you get 60, 70, 80 mile an hour wind gusts, I mean, we're going to have a lot of trees down, a lot of power outages, no doubt about it. A lot of trees people are showing me that are still falling down from Michael can happen. So let's look at like significant tornado, for example. We'll rewind here and do the whole U.S. I mean, these aren't set in stone, but usually when you get high significant tornado parameters, that's pretty high. I mean, there's no science to this. It's on the HRR model. It's just showing you the potential where the most vorticity is. But that's a high signature right there of tornado activity this afternoon. And then, of course, that stretches north. We get a little break, maybe overnight, but no, it's still showing up. And then tomorrow, we're getting these little supercells pop up again. So this is 8 a.m. in the morning. So again, this thing is going to last pretty much all night. We're going to have a re-kick in the morning. This is 6, 7 o'clock in the morning here, where we start to see more parameters popping up for potential, right here in the heart of Carolina. So North Carolina, South Carolina, maybe parts of Georgia, but we definitely got a chance for some tornadoes tomorrow to watch out for in the morning hours. So how you like that? How high is it? I don't know, Robert. All right, that's it. Let's see what else is cooking. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. I'm stuttering. I'm on my keto kick, and I cheated last night. We went to Jimmy Iguana's on Indian Rocks Beach, and I had to get one of my voodoo buckets, and I'm sure that's full of sugar. And then my mom makes the best breakfast casserole, full of carbs. So I'm gonna deck out today, and then sit in front of the computer the whole day because I want to track this thing. So there you go. All right, so listen, two things. Once again, if you guys are stuck, I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to try to update this thing a little bit more with some stuff today. I really don't know. I got the main part of it, but I'm going to work on it. I can even put some audio on it. I might put some weather audio on it. So I got the YouTube channel, and I'll be posting pretty much all day. So stay safe. Panhandle, yes. Kim, where you been? Yes, you got a threat. It's coming. What are you talking about? I'm worried about the Panhandle. The only savior the Gulf has, usually you don't get the big ones off the Gulf. It takes a little bit of time to get some dry air. But this thing is going to be coming in hot and heavy And they do have the enhanced and slight for the Panhandle. So Panhandle, you got just as much chance to pay attention as anybody else. So Voodoo Bucket Dawn. Oh, you don't want to know. I don't even know if they put that on their website. Let's see. Jimmy Iguana. It's the perfect boat drink. Let's see. Well, they actually have, well, I don't know if they have their beer. They have their food on there. I don't think they have their drink menu on there. But they have great food. Awesome place. They have a water park for the kids. It's cool. But they did not have they don't have their drink menus on there. So, but they didn't have their spinach or their seafood dip last night. Oh my god, fish bread. Hey, what's up, Peter? Good morning, buddy. North Alabama, yes. Oh my goodness, y'all. Hopefully you're watching the weather. So again, listen. Anybody, pretty much, Texas, and just draw. In fact, I can draw it right here. Let me bring up my little map here. So here we go. This is your current SPC map. But realistically, all right, our storms are going to develop, and as I see it, the storm threat is pretty much through tomorrow, like this. Well, maybe not that far down. Let me rewind it here. I don't know if I can. Well, we can make it a little funny color. I'd say more like the Panhandle right there. So, so boom. Forget that little guy. Well, let's make another one. Because you know what? We're not stuck on time. So let's just draw another one. Something like that. I don't know. But that, this thing's going to, the whole idea is it's pushing that way. And it's going to slowly pull northward. So this thing could, even the tornado threat tomorrow, even though it's, it's showing high probability in the Carolinas, but we can obviously still get some northward. Thus, we have the map tomorrow going all the way to Pennsylvania. So just take the whole East Coast. You need to worry. How about that? What's up, Rudy? Well, this is the only reason I'm popping in the timeline. This is a pretty big deal, and they called this a cyclone. We're talking about a land cane over land. This is unprecedented to see this deep of a low pressure system pull northward like that. And we're talking 9, 70, 60, possibly millibars tomorrow. This is like a little double front. This is like perfect storm. All right, cool. Anything else, guys? Hey, Whitney, I'll check it out, buddy. Charleston, Jenna, I would start thinking for you it would be morning tomorrow for sure. Morning hours up to early afternoon for Charleston, but definitely morning time tomorrow. Charleston, you need to watch cyclone. I know I like cyclone. Water vapory imagery, please, Lisa. Yeah. Currently, let's take a look. Well, I actually showed the. Let me close out my 34 windows here that we always seem to have open before I crash my computer. All right, so here's a cool one. I like this map. Let's look at it again. I did it earlier. Well, here's model viewer. The Euro has a good simulated water vapor loop. This is looking into tomorrow morning. You can see the dry air, rushing down. This is all the convection in front of it. But this is what it's going to look like in the morning. This is dry air, but live, we can look at live water vapor now. In fact, this is all my tropical stuff, but if you click right here, it says goes east. You can click on that, and you can actually get, see how zoomed in this is. It might be too much. It's a little too big. So let's do, I guess we'll just do Cone US. Let's do mid-level. So there you go. Well, see, it doesn't, well, we can set the loop a little more. Let's go to 240. See how long it takes to load. This is your mid-level water vapor loop. There it comes. All right, so we'll just leave that run. This is the last 240 frames. So yeah, let's talk hurricanes real quick. Yeah, Rudy, I'm tired of hearing the C word for sure. Ready to get back to normal here in Florida. What the heck, man? How long are we going to keep the country shut down, man? I say we roll. I say we know how to. Need a couple more weeks to get back to normal. Let's hope. So here's your water vapor loop, kicking it. You can see these storms last night in Texas, man. Look at them things just firing off yesterday. Dry air behind it. So there you go. There's the current loop. So hurricanes, real quick. I'll talk. I saw a bunch of people talking about. Yeah, JB, I can send you some. I'll take a picture. Robert, I think it'll be an early season. You know why? Because the Gulf is extremely hot, and they're already talking about it. Gulf is on record pace right now for temperatures, like really hot. Hey, why don't you get the kids ready? I want to show Sarah. All right, come here, Sarah. Come here, you want to be on TV? I call this TV. Bring Louie over here. That's why I need Louie. Everybody wants to see Louie. So hurricanes. All right. So, in case you haven't heard, I've been posting everybody's early season predictions, but this early season predictions are a little higher than normal. But the big story this week has been the Gulf water temperatures are running 4 or 5 degrees Celsius above normal. And that is fueling this system today, and it's going to fuel more spring systems ahead because of the warm Gulf. And, of course, that obviously will enable systems to kick a little earlier, maybe May. It's not uncommon to get a system in May, like an early tropical system. Usually rainmakers, not like super-duper strong hurricanes, but enough to make the headlines and cause some hectic with the rains these things can sometimes dump. So, unfortunately, the peak of the season is looking a little active with a neutral to La Nina setup coming, which enables less shear in the Atlantic and more conductive for your mid-season storms. So, you got like 30 seconds. Let's see. Jane, yep, 3 weeks. Hey, at least I work at home, so I'm fine. Kids are here. We're just getting stir crazy. All right, here comes my dog and Sarah. Poor Louie. Come here. Hold him up. Hold him up. You get. Oh, don't drop him. All right, there's Sarah. Like, can you see yourself? You gotta see if you can see. There's Sarah. Say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Did the Easter Bunny come?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you bring you? Chocolate? She's shy. All right, here's Louie real quick. There's Louie. All right. Hey, Christy. Timing for the Panhandle? Well, later tonight, for sure. Later this afternoon tonight, things will be rolling in close to the Panhandle and possibly through the night. So it's coming. Mississippi going to be rough. No gale, unfortunately. Definitely rougher to the little bit central northern part of Mississippi, but this thing is pulling up so much energy that we can definitely see some coastal action, unfortunately, coming in off of the water. If we start to get these almost hurricane-like squall lines down in the Gulf, then they can definitely spawn tornadoes, just like we see with tropical systems. So, all right, so let's look at high-resolution radar real quick, and then we'll go. Hey, what's up, Robert? So let's look at some high resolution radar for the next few hours, and then we'll go. I don't want to keep Mama mad. Very windy, Sherry. It is going to be extremely windy. We're talking gust of hurricane force gust for many areas. That's kind of rare. All right, so let's see if we get any storms develop here off the Gulf. The low might be pulling up. Maybe for the Panhandle, but so this is all through Sunday. So this is looking at Sunday. This only goes out to overnight, early Monday morning hours. Well, this is a 12Z, so it goes farther. So that's good. All right, so we're rewinding it. This is hour to hour. This is 11 o'clock Eastern time. There's our storms today. just an idea. But all these little popcorn storms that form ahead of these lines are the ones you got to watch. There's obviously through Tennessee tonight, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. There's still storms down this way. There's our low pressure starting to spin. So, these lines, some, coastal, not as much. Again, I mentioned that earlier. The low is going to be far enough north that we're not getting a lot of moisture down here in the Gulf. So, coastal areas, not as much. But then as we get closer to tomorrow, here's your 8 a.m. tomorrow. So there you go. This is 8 a.m. tomorrow. Estimated time. Here's, 6 a.m. tomorrow. This line is going to be pretty strong going through Atlanta overnight. Going to hit Atlanta probably 2, 3, 4, 2 in the morning probably. There's our line in the morning. And we are starting to get some action down in the Gulf now. So the Panhandle definitely could get some storms in off of the Gulf. But there you go. There's our big line hitting coastal areas tomorrow, 10 o'clock. And then by tomorrow at 4, it's over with. So, again, it's going to be pretty much gone tomorrow night. Then this front's going to die off and start pumping in moisture Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the south. So, cool beans. All right. So, I'll be updating all day. Check the site. Make sure you check Facebook. I'll try to keep everybody abreast of what's going on. But all the stuff you need is on the website. Tornado watches and warnings. Again, your National Weather Service map is this little guy here with all the colors. You click on that. Click on your little individual areas, and you'll get your updated weather for your area right now. So there we go. So we just had 2 tornado warnings. They're gone now, but we got severe thunderstorm warnings right now going on currently. So that's live. So if you need to look at your current live weather, the best place to go is right here. Your National Weather Service Active Alerts map. And they'll have every county. You click on it, and you'll get your forecast. Read the color. Click on it to get even more information. So a wealth of knowledge online for sure. And then here again, here's tomorrow. And even Thursday now, they're starting to show this front backing up. Possibly Tuesday storms showing up. So there you go. All right, guys. Good to go. Stay safe. I'll be back on later. Have a great Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you have a great day and making the best of it. Stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.